Did you know that 80% of millionaires didn't inherit their wealth? Or that 44% of Americans don't have enough cash to cover a $400 emergency? It's time to uncover the hidden patterns that might be holding you back from achieving your financial dreams. You see, when it comes to building wealth and achieving financial freedom, it's not just about what you should do, it's equally important to recognize what you shouldn't do. And that's precisely what we're exploring today. In this eye-opening video, we're revealing 8 dangerous money habits. Trust me, some of these might surprise you. Alright, let's move on to habit number 1, paying yourself last. Imagine this scenario. You work hard, you earn a paycheck, and what do you do next? You pay the mortgage or rent, the utility bills, those credit card bills, buy groceries, take care of your family's needs, enjoy a nice dinner out, and maybe even treat yourself to something you want. I know you had good intentions. You wanted to save and invest, but the harsh truth is that there is nothing left by the time you get to those savings and investments. The problem here isn't necessarily to make more money because, believe me, if you've got this bad money habit, you'll find a way to spend more money also. The solution is something different. Those who truly get ahead financially, they do things differently. They pay themselves first, before they pay anyone else. Yes, you heard me right. They prioritize their wealth and treat saving money as if it's a non-negotiable bill. So here's the action step for you to break this bad money habit. Commit to setting aside a percentage of each paycheck for your financial future, and then live on what's left. If you have a 401k, your retirement savings are automatically deducted from each paycheck. And if you have an IRA, you should be paying into it first as well. The same goes for your emergency fund. And if you find there isn't much left to spend at the end of a pay period, don't fret. You're not broke. You're building a nest egg for the future. Moving on to habit number 2, hanging out with toxic people. Now, I'm sure you've heard the saying, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Well, it holds more truth than you might realize. In fact, according to a study by Corley's, who study the habits of the wealthy, a whopping 86% of successful individuals made it a habit to associate with other success-minded folks. They not only seek out success, but also consciously limit their exposure to toxic, negative people. On the flip side, only 4% of those in the study who struggled financially associated with success-minded individuals. Shockingly, 96% were surrounded by negative, toxic individuals. The takeaway here is crystal clear. You are only going to succeed in life if you surround yourself with the right type of people. The ones who uplift, motivate, and push you towards your goals. Moving on to habit number 3. Selling your time for money is your only income. If your primary source of income comes from selling your time, whether it's a salary job or hourly work, you're essentially stuck in a cycle that limits your earning potential. Why? Well, there's a simple fact we can't ignore. There are only 24 hours in a day. Now, don't get me wrong. Working hard and earning a living through your skills and time is commendable. But if that's your only income strategy, you might be missing out on some serious financial opportunities. Imagine owning a website, a YouTube channel, or an online business. Like I have created this YouTube channel as a side hustle and to educate you about personal finance that generates money 24/7 without you constantly trading your precious hours for a paycheck. So, here's the financial wake-up call. Start exploring the world of passive income. Moving on to habit number 4, putting everything on your credit card. Now, don't get me wrong, using credit cards can be a smart money move, especially when you're eyeing those enticing rewards like flight miles. But it can be a slippery slope. You might find yourself justifying purchases you don't need, all in the name of accumulating those rewards. You see, plastic has a sneaky way of making us spend mindlessly and more than we otherwise would. When this happens, all those rewards you earned might get canceled out, especially if you aren't paying off your credit card bill in full each month. So, how do you avoid this bad money habit? Well, here's the golden rule. Only put things on your rewards credit card if you already have the money in your bank account to pay for it. It's about spending within your means and being disciplined. And here's another pro tip. Pay off each purchase immediately after you've bought something using your credit card. Moving on to habit number 5, ignoring your debt. This is something you want to avoid at all costs. You see, it's worse to let your debt pile up and then pretend it's not there when it's time to pay it off. Sometimes, when money troubles get too much, people do something really unwise. They ignore their debt problems and hope they'll disappear. But here's the truth. Ignoring debt is like letting a problem get out of control. It keeps getting worse, and it could end up taking away everything you have. So, what's the way to deal with this debt mess? It's simple. Face the problem and take action. You can start by combining your debts and making a plan to pay them off bit by bit. This way, you regain control over your money and tackle the problem directly. Moving on to habit number 6, paying too much in taxes. It's a common money mistake, but it's one you can turn around. Not paying attention to taxes often leads to higher tax bills, but you don't have to let that happen. The key is to plan ahead and find ways to reduce your tax bill. This means understanding the tax rules that can work in your favor. For example, if you have a 401k retirement account, the more you put into it, the less you'll pay in taxes. It's like giving yourself a tax break. Another trick is having an HSA account if you qualify. This can also lower your tax bill. And if you're eligible, consider opening a Roth IRA. It's an investment that shields your profits from taxes. Moving on to habit number 7, not keeping a record of your money. It's like trying to navigate without a map, and it can lead to financial troubles. It's closely tied to budgeting. If you don't know where your money is going, how much your bills are, or who they're owed to, you're in the financial dark. Sure, you might remember the big expenses, but it's those smaller ones that can slip through the cracks and nibble away at your finances. The solution? Keep track of your money. Write down what you need to pay and to whom. It's like creating a roadmap for your finances. Plus, it helps you budget for everything else. You'll know what's left after your bills are paid, and that's what you can use for fun stuff or savings. There's another bonus to this. It keeps your money safe. By watching your accounts closely, you can spot any suspicious activity right away. Moving on to our last habit. Habit number 8, not investing. Listen up, my friends. Saving money is fantastic, but if you don't invest it, it can only take you so far. You know what's really inspiring? Many millionaires didn't start with huge incomes. Nope. They were just like you and me, just trying to make ends meet. But they didn't stop at saving. They started investing. They took their hard-earned savings and put them to work. Over time, their savings and investments grew. And the magic word here is compounded. Their money grew on its own. It turned them into self-made millionaires. So here's the bottom line. Start investing, even if it's a small amount. It's the key to growing your wealth and securing your financial future. And there you have it, folks. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more videos.